Picture this. You have moved to a new country. Your stomach hurts, your head is pounding, and you walk into a clinic. The doctor looks at you and asks, "What brings you in today?" You freeze. Your mind goes completely blank, standing there like a confused goldfish. We have all been there. The good news is that you absolutely do not need perfect English to get through this safely. You only need a basic medical tool belt and a few specific phrases. Let's look at the first tool. This graphic shows the word appointment next to a VIP ticket. That is exactly what an appointment is, a VIP time slot where the doctor is completely yours. A common mistake is saying, "I want to book a doctor." Instead, say, "I want to book an appointment." Next, we have symptoms. Think of a symptom as your body's way of sending a complaint email to your brain. A fever, a headache, a sore throat, these are all symptoms. When the doctor asks what your symptoms are, they are just asking you to tell them exactly what went wrong. On the left side of your screen, you see a medical prescription, and on the right, a food recipe. This is an important distinction. A prescription is the special piece of paper or digital code that gives you permission to buy medicine at a pharmacy. Medicine requires a prescription. Food requires a recipe. Allergic is your safety word. If you are allergic to something, your body receives a message from an everyday item, like peanuts or penicillin, and completely overreacts. You must always tell your doctor about your allergies immediately, so they know exactly what medicine is safe for you. After checking your symptoms and allergies, the doctor will give you a diagnosis. This is their official, professional opinion on what is actually making you sick. Finally, take a look at this pain scale on screen. Clinics use this to understand your discomfort. A 1 means you feel it a little, but could still go about your day. A 10 means you are in the worst pain of your life. Being honest here helps the doctor understand exactly how to help you. By memorizing these 6 core words, appointment, symptoms, prescription, allergic, diagnosis, and pain scale, you take a medical visit from an unpredictable event and turn it into a clear, manageable process. Let's put this into practice with a guy named Marcus. Marcus just moved to London from the Philippines for work, and today he woke up with a high fever and a throat that feels like sandpaper. He needs to make a phone call. When Marcus calls the clinic receptionist, he states his symptoms clearly and secures a time slot for later that morning. Then he does something very smart. He spells his last name out loud, letter by letter. Santos. Spelling your name prevents administrative confusion, especially if your name is not common in that country. The receptionist asks him to arrive 10 minutes early. In English-speaking countries, arriving early to an appointment is an expected sign of respect for the doctor's schedule. If you arrive late, they might give your VIP slot away to someone else. What Marcus needs to bring depends on where he lives. This map highlights a crucial difference between countries. In the UK, the National Health Service, or NHS, is generally free. However, in the US, healthcare relies on private coverage. If you are in the US, you need to have your insurance card ready before you walk through the door. Knowing whether to bring an insurance card and showing up early ensures that the administrative rules do not block you from getting the medical care you need. When you first walk in, the receptionist or a passing doctor might ask, "How are you?" In this context, this is a social greeting, not a request for a medical history. A simple, "I'm okay, thank you," is all they need before you move to the private consultation room. Titles work a bit differently here, too. While calling an authority figure sir or ma'am is respectful in many cultures, medical professionals in English-speaking clinics are simply called doctor or by their last name, like Dr. Chen. Marcus is now sitting privately with Dr. Chen. He clearly lists his symptoms, mentioning his sore throat, and when asked, he rates his pain as a 7 out of 10. To describe his timeline, Marcus uses a specific sentence structure. Take a look at this timeline graphic. If Marcus says, "I felt sick yesterday," the red illness bar stops completely in the past. It tells the doctor the problem is already over. Notice how the timeline changes when we adjust the phrasing. By saying, "I have been feeling sick since yesterday," the red bar extends continuously into the present moment. This tells the doctor that the illness started yesterday and you are still sick right now. Dr. Chen checks Marcus's throat and asks about allergies. Because Marcus clearly states he is allergic to penicillin, the doctor safely diagnoses a bacterial infection and prescribes a different, harmless antibiotic instead. During the visit, Dr. Chen explains the difference between a viral and bacterial infection. If you hear a doctor use words you do not understand, you can ask, "Can you explain that in simpler words?" Good doctors want you to understand your health and will happily clarify. Speaking up to ask for clarity and using precise language to describe your timeline ensures that you receive the exact right treatment without any dangerous misunderstandings. In the UK, pharmacies, often called chemists, provide free walk-in medical advice. You can speak directly to a pharmacist about minor health concerns without an appointment. Now it is your turn to practice. We are going to do a quick vocal boot camp. I will say a phrase, and I want you to repeat it out loud. Yes, actually speak out loud wherever you are. Watch the progress bar on screen and speak when it fills up. First phrase: I would like to make an appointment, please. Second phrase: I have been feeling sick since yesterday evening. Eighth, should I take this medicine with food? Ninth, do I need to come back for a follow-up? And finally, thank you so much. You have been incredibly helpful. Here is your complete cheat sheet covering all 10 of those phrases, grouped by the situation. Go ahead and pause the video to take a screenshot of this list right now. Keep it saved on your phone. Reviewing that screenshot and practicing those phrases out loud builds immediate confidence. Next time you walk into a clinic, you will have the exact script you need to get the care you deserve. Take care of yourself and stay healthy out there.